I am a single father, and one of the new girls in my study group is trying really hard to be a mommy to my kid. How do I respectfully tell her to BTFO? So, I, 21M, have sole custody of my son Damien, 5M. I'll be the first to admit that I'm very protective and paranoid about Damien, but I don't think I'm overreacting in this instance. For context, I'm friends with a group of people in the same major as me. The girl in question, Ivy, 19F, is a recent addition to the group. She's a bit immature, but very friendly and nice to hang out with. She tried flirting with me in the past, but I firmly rejected her, and she seemed to have gotten over it. We've known each other for about a year. Recently, they all hung out at my place for a bit. Obviously, Damien was there and met Ivy. Ivy was instantly smitten because Damien's adorable. Her behavior since then has been really off-putting. She constantly asks to babysit Damien and pouts when I say no. She thinks Damien should come to every study session or hang out, even ones later at night. She wants to talk about him constantly. One or two girls before have tried to be Damien's mom, and my response has been icing them out of our lives, but this is a lot more complicated as she's integrated into my main group of friends. I've mostly just not responded to her when she talks about Damien, but I'm looking for ways to shut her down permanently without getting everyone else involved. Update 1. My original post didn't get a lot of traction, and I didn't expect it to, but goddamn did things get strange. Some things I didn't mention in my original post that probably explain my situation a bit better. Damien is generally babysat by my mother, as I rent the apartment above her garage and she is retired. Barring that, my older sister is a stay-at-home mom, and she can take Damien in. Damien has also started kindergarten. I definitely don't need any help with childcare. Ivy is very intense and outgoing, almost overbearing. As I said before, she's 19 and still has the teenager mindset. She was very badgering about both her flirting and her childcare offers, and I think she believes that if my kid likes her, I'll like her too. I'm very careful about who I let into Damien's life, as that could affect him deeply. I also have a Facebook that I have a very tight lockdown on. I occasionally share photos of Damien there, like 3 or so a year, kind of holiday card type pictures. This is relevant. Ivy and I ended up alone together on campus, and she once again made an offer to watch Damien so I could have a night to myself. I firmly said that I don't need a babysitter, her repeated offers were not appreciated, and that spending time with my son is far from a hardship. I think that got through to her, and she stopped asking. I thought it was over, or so I thought. At the beginning of October, I went out with my family to a pumpkin patch fall festival. My sister took a picture of Damien and me together, and I thought it was a nice photo, so I uploaded it so people like my uncles and aunts upstate could see it. One of my oldest friends, who is a lesbian and has a profile picture of her kissing her girlfriend at Pride, made a DILF joke in the comments. It's the same DILF joke she's been making since Damien was born. I think it's hilarious, she thinks it's hilarious, and everyone on my Facebook knows it's a joke. Ivy has my number because of the study group. About a day after I posted that picture, I received a long, rambling text from her. She claimed that my oldest friend is secretly in love with me and is being disrespectful of my son and me. The wall of text made me think she was drunk, despite it being a Tuesday afternoon. Then I realized how she had seen the picture and comments when we're not friends on Facebook and everything is on lockdown. I later learned she had gone on a mutual friend's Facebook without his knowing. I told her that her next-level Facebook stalking and immense interest in a 5-year-old was incredibly worrisome, then I blocked her. I talked to a couple of other people about it, and they mentioned they thought Ivy's behavior was getting increasingly strange and were going to talk to her about it. A mutual friend, Maggie, then called me and said that Ivy had come to her apartment sobbing about how I don't love her, I'm her dream guy, etc. Romance novel stuff, very concerning. I got a lot of similar texts until Maggie somehow convinced her to delete my number. Anyway, I ended up not talking to Ivy anymore, and she's probably not coming to the study groups anymore. Hopefully, this was the last manifestation of teenage angst, and she'll feel embarrassed about it afterward instead of something more serious. Maggie says she'll update me in case something drastic happens. Even when my manhood is securely inside my pants, it attracts crazy.